Hey, live chat, UFC Vegas 43. Early start time today, obviously. 3 p.m. Eastern, I believe. We did also just lose Terrence McKinney versus Ferris ZM. So I'm not sure if they're actually going to push the start time back now. Sometimes they do that. They'll push it back like a half hour if they lose a fight on fight day. Nothing confirmed yet. So if I do find out by the end of the stream whether the fight card has been pushed back, I will let you guys know. But yeah, we did lose Terrence McKinney and Ferricium. Terrence McKinney's corners caught COVID, cancel the fight on fight day. Again, you guys know me. I don't troll. I just literally got the news maybe 10 minutes before going live. Hopefully they rebook that fight shortly. You know, if it was just his cornerman that got the COVID, maybe they can rebook it for December 4th, December 11th, December 18th. I'm sure they can get it done again before the end of the year. Yeah, so I actually had a bet on that. It was a leg of one of my parlays. I'll quickly go over what my bets are for today, and then we'll get into the comment section here. Just give me a sec. All right, so no lock of the night play for tonight. Not enough, uh, you know, not enough cojones on my end to trust anybody with lock of the night type money. Um, like my most confident plays, I'd say, have got to be Godinez, and it was at Ziam and McKinney under 2.5, or fight doesn't go to decision. I had those parlayed 2.5 units at plus 141. Now it is strictly a straight play on Godinez, 2.5 units at minus 167. So I still feel like I'm getting a decent enough number there. Other bets that I do have a parlay of Tyler Santos and Rafa Garcia. I lean Garcia in that fight. I feel as though he should get the dub here. And then I just wanted to make the price tag a little bit better with Santos, who I think just cruises in her fight against Calderwood, honestly. I also had 0.5 units on Terrence McKinney round one at plus 600. I can kiss that goodbye. Never getting that back, especially when they rebooked the fight. I just realized I lost that bet as well. Or, yeah, like that bet gets voided as well. I might throw that on another round parlay or round prop official bet, but we'll see. And then in terms of dog of the night plays, I have 3 dog of the night plays. The first one, Tucker lets 1 unit at plus 110. I think he keeps the fight vertical and just lets his hands go against Sabatini. I also have the under 4.5 in Tate and Vieira, 1 unit at plus 143. I think that's a great spot as well. I think either Vieira can get it done early, or Tate will start to get to her with the grappling and eventually get her out of there probably in rounds 4 or 5. I'm calling round 5. And then Hughes, I got half a unit shot on her at plus 350 because that line is just outrageous. And I do think that Luana Pinheiro is a fraud. All right. Let's see what the chat is saying here, and then we'll get the show on the road. Derek is saying, well, shout out to everybody that's already in the chat. Cope's Corner, no worries, brother. Appreciate you stopping by. Nathan Petras, hopefully I didn't butcher that. Appreciate you stopping by, my brother. Derek is saying, if Brady gets a dominant win, could you see a Hamzat matchup in the future? I wouldn't mind it, man. I really wouldn't mind it. Again, if the rumors are true, Hamzat might be fighting Burns in December. If that is true, then Brady would be a step back. So we'll see what they do next with Hamzat. But yeah, Brady not a bad spot. Nathan has Garcia, Pinheiro, Yanez, Durden, and Brady 30 to make 250. Good luck on that. I agree with every single one of those except Pinheiro. Again, she could and should win at minus 400, obviously, but I think that line is just outrageous. Steve, they won't put 2 hype trains against each other for no reason. They've been doing it a little bit. Well, I guess hype train would be a stretch to call, Ilya Topuria and Movsar Evloev, but still, that's a great fight. Top prospects for sure. Bumbleclot says he has a bet on Sabatini. It's not a bad bet. Again, the odds are even, right? So it's one side or the other. It's a 50-50 fight. I believe it should be slightly more towards Lutz, but again, there are polarizing opinions on the Sabatini side as well. So if you have confidence in it, good luck, my brother. James Vidala saying he seems like they might be able to get it going. McKay seems like he might be able to fight though from his tweet, but I don't know. It's a shit show. I think they're going to reschedule it for another card. That's the thing. Yeah, James Vidala had the under and everything. Me too. Me too. Yeah, Tristan, I was looking forward to it as well. Shout out to the Dab Father. Appreciate you stopping by, my guy. Tio took it in the chat. What's going on, dude? Toodles, only here for the totals parlay. I'll drop that in about 15 minutes. So just sit tight with me, brother. I'll drop that at near the ending of the stream here. Rex Lee, shout out my guy Rex Lee. Would you cash out the Godinez McKinney fight? If you got a good enough number on Godinez, I'd stick with it. To be honest, I think Godinez is a solid play, even at minus 165 ish. I'm not going to cash out. I'm gonna stick with it honestly. Jared TG really loved fight doesn't go to decision. Yep, me too. Was probably my most comfortable of the day. Exactly. If I were to have had a lock of the night play, that was going to be it. But I just couldn't do it. But I still bet it, just not as deep as I would if I were to make it a lock of the night play. Urso Moambeki in the chat. Something I always enjoy about saying his last name, Moambeki. And again, I hope I'm not butchering it, but I do appreciate you stopping by, my guy. Jared TG really didn't like this card from betting. Don't blame you for no luck tonight. Exactly. That's one thing I've really been trying to kind of accept over the last several weeks, couple months now, is just I don't need a lock of the night play for every single card. It's just stupid unit management at that point. So I'm forcing myself to put 4 to 5 units on a specific play when I don't feel comfortable about it. I'm good. DXJC, Sam Hughes way more live than plus 300 against girl. That's almost entirely improving outside of the first round. Yeah. Thank you, brother. Yeah, I agree. If she survives those first 5 minutes, again, live betting opportunity. If you guys are too nervous about making the pre-fight bet on Sam Hughes, keep that going with the just watch it. If she survives the first round, you're going to get a better line on her going into round 2, and then you can take a shot there. Urban Men in New Jersey. Haven't seen you in the chat in a while, my brother. How's it going? Sabatini to win over 1.5 at plus 140. I'm parlaying that with over 1.5 for Zia McKinney. Zia McKinney is off, my brother. Sorry, but yes, that fight is off. Again, I'm on the left side, but I see the potential in Sabatini. Harman Sarai in the chat. Appreciate you stopping by, my guy. Jimmy Mataloni. Seems a couple fighters are flipping between favorite underdog on fighter odds. Yeah, very closely lined fights here for tonight's card. Let me just quickly look at this. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fights. 5 of the 11 fights. Actually, 4 of the 11 fights are pick'ems. Ziem and McKinney was another one as well, but that one obviously just got canceled. So, yeah, a ton of very closely lined fights. Not often we see so many pick'em odds. Can't wait to see how many of them, how they play out. I have a bet on how many of them. Yeah, the only one I actually put money. Actually, I put money on Lutz, and I have money on Garcia as well. So, 2 of them that I actually have a bet on. Sean V. Hughes got knocked out by Tiny Tornado, who doesn't knock anyone out. She didn't get knocked out, dog. She didn't get knocked out. She had some sort of eye injury or something like that. That is an exaggeration statement, all I'm saying. Funny vids, Vieira, KO, Tate the Cupcake. Possibly. I got Tate by late finish, but as long as it happens under 4.5, I'm cashing a bet, and that's all that matters to me. Sean V. Pinheiro was dominating Marcus. Absolutely, she was. But go back, watch that fight. Her body language changes near the ending of that fight, which is why I think she took the way out with that illegal upkick. I'm being honest. Even on her tape, regional tape, her cardio does not look good. She's a great hammer in round 1, but if she can't get it done in round 1, things get iffy. Her lone loss is to a girl who's 4-5 right now. That should tell you all you need to know. Again, I'm not saying Pinheiro's not going to win, but at minus 400, those odds are just ridiculous. There's no way that she should be a minus 400 there. Urso Moambeki, is it safe to say Jamal Emmers lost to Pat Sabatini for the same reason he lost to Giga Chikadze, not keeping the fight on the feet and not taking the fight to the ground more often? Bingo. You want to talk about poor fight IQ? Jamal Emmers is your guy. James is saying Misha isn't losing. Hopefully she gets a finish. Shout out to my guy, Niklaus West, with a $10 donation. Let's cash some tickets, brother. Yes, sir. Or so saying I'm saying it perfect. Perfect. Love to hear it. Sean V. Simon uses a terrible idea. She's losing round one. Perfect. I'm happy to lose $100 on a plus 350 shot. Also, I will say this: if you are betting Pinheiro, take the under 2.5. It's plus 100. Why pay minus 400 on a chick you think is going to win in round one, or even take her to win by one in round one? All I'm saying is minus 400 on Pinheiro. If you're playing that in any sort of fashion, I think it's a bad bet. Especially given that there are other spots with better odds that cash if you believe that Pinheiro wins the way that she does. Urban Man, New Jersey, in my opinion, Pinheiro took the Aljamain route because she looked like she was starting to gas out severely. Exactly. Thank you. Misha's way too hyped by Sims. Again, somebody called me a simp the other day for picking. Who the fuck did I pick? No, when me and yeah, they're saying that we were simp betting Misha Tate. Y'all must have me confused. Y'all have me fucked up if you think I'm simp betting shit. DXJC Hughes, Loma, Wood, Tate, Parlay, nearly 100 to 1 odds. Get $1 on it and change to win a little 100 over bucks. Hopefully it's a dog day for women's. I hope that doesn't happen. I like me some Santos, honestly. Yeah, McKinney's corner tested positive for COVID, so they had to pull the fight. Literally happened like 10 or 15 minutes before I went live. Tony X, I think this is a breakout fight for Vieira. She stops Tate early. I'm fine with that. Go out there, cash me my under 4.5 ticket. Again, my prediction is Tate, but I could absolutely see Vieira stopping her early as well, which is why I bet the under 4.5 rather than Tate. Nicholas West, McKinney cornerman pop for COVID. Yeah, there you go. Tristan Charles, I hope some people in MMA get vaccinated so we don't have to keep dealing with the stupid someone in my card. I don't think that has anything to do with it, Tristan. Like in terms of, like even if you're vaccinated, you're going to get COVID, and I think they'll still cancel the fight regardless. Yeah, Ryan, trust me, I was pumped for the McKinney fight as well. Yeah, exactly. Jeremy making a good point there. Exactly. Vaxxed or not vaxxed, you can still catch COVID. That doesn't stop it. Alex Pritchard just logged on. ZM is out. McKinney's corner tested positive, so they have to pull the fight. DXJC, you can still get COVID even with the vaccine. Yeah, exactly. Joshua is saying, glad the ZM fight is off. Why are you glad? Everybody was looking forward to that shit. Very poor take saying Pinheiro took the Aljo route. She took the Aljo route, Jeremy. You know she took the Aljo route. Is Kang just going to be able to shrug off Yaya's takedown attempts because he's so much stronger? I don't know if it'll be that easy. I think at a certain point, this fight's going to hit the ground. I do think that Kang is well versed enough in the jiu-jitsu realm to I think he's well versed enough in the submission game to stay out of too much trouble from Yaya. Yaya might end up in top position though, because he is very crafty on the ground. That's my concern here with Kang mixing up with him on the ground. But yeah, I'm picking Kang. I just don't have enough confidence in it, honestly. Or still saying he boss, she got a lot of sims. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. If I'm a sim better, I would have bet he boss rather than Verna Janiroba that time. DXJC, I think JoJo's the weakest leg in that parlay, but she sized up well. She's bigger than Tyla. That was surprising to me. She is a kind of a big girl, but we know Tyla's on that Brazilian acai. She's going to be jacked up and ready to go. Evan Kroll, give me a quick little run through of Garcia. Slugger, power puncher, can move forward, throw big shots. He can seek takedowns as well. I think he will look to go for takedowns in this fight. Levy, obviously a karate-based guy, but most recently has been using his grappling as well. So I do think it's going to come down to who is actually the better grappler, and I think that Garcia is going to be the better wrestler to get the grappling going, and he should be the one that ends up on top position. But even in the striking realm, I think he should be able to move forward and land some big shots and kind of sway the judges his way. I also think that it could possibly get the knockout. So There you go. Tony X, who do you think is a better long shot, Grant or Hughes? Personally, I think Hughes. Grant has a good shot too, though, man. He does. If you guys watched the Ultimate Wayne show last night with Santiago DeFranco, the guy really likes Grant as well. So maybe he knows something that we don't. But yeah, I feel better with Hughes, which is why I have a half unit shot on her there compared to Grant. Joshua is saying because I had too much McKinney and started not to like it. There you go. DXGC, I'm kind of glad Ziem took a fight off too. There was so much fucking volatility to account for in that fight. Yeah, that's why I only took the under, and the fight doesn't go to decision, honestly. MMA Kappa saying it's always the good ones that get canceled on fight day. Exactly. Evan Crawl was a big fan, took the L, now has his least complete fighter and is a pick'em. Was he just overvalued from the beginning? I think it was a combination of what his fighting style is like, and a lot of people fading Chris Gritzmacher. They put him into like the Darren Elkins and Nick Lentz category of guys that could possibly get knocked out. But if they don't, they will put a hellacious pressure and pace on you. And that's exactly what happened that night. He almost finished him in that first round. But after that, Chris just fucking grinded his way through that fight. So I think it was a mixture of Garcia being a power puncher and Chris Gritzmacher just getting knocked out by Alexander Hernandez. You know, a lot of people were very low on him. I think that's why we got the minus 300 line on Garcia. One thing I'm actually interested in checking out, though, is what the line opened up at for that fight. Let me see if I can quickly pull that information up. Garcia. So Garcia opened up at minus 175. Immediately got bet down to minus 220-ish, and then the public started coming in more and started hammering that line. So odds makers had him at minus 175, minus 200. It was the public that pushed him down to minus 300, and that perception of Chris Kritzmacher, in my opinion. There's Simone Becky. Yeah, knows he will. Who he is. He will go for takedowns more often than not. Exactly, yeah. And if he doesn't get him, the guy just throws heavy power punches so that he can like kind of goad you into taking him down or eventually get his own. Ty Drucken saying, can't trust her to not quit against Tate. Possibly. I really think Kieso will mop the mat with Brady. He's bigger with a solid resume. The only reason I'm not betting that fight is we don't know what Brady looks like off of his back. That's the one piece of information I was not able to extract once watching his tape. And now he's, possibly going to end up on his back against one of the best guys to land takedowns. Again, Kies has landed a takedown in every single one of his fights up until other than the Kevin Lee fight. So yeah, I'm picking Brady, but yeah, I just need to see what Brady looks like off of his back because that's probably where he's going to end up at some point in this fight. And then it'll come down to will he be able to reverse? Will he be able to pull off a submission off his back? Or will he work to get back to his feet? That's my question. What up? Always got to fade these contender series dudes first time out. I think Levy is the contender series guy that you're talking about. But yeah, there are some guys that are shit and there are some guys that are damn good. We'll find out about Levy tonight. Andrew Marchenko, hey there, my man. Do you see Santos scoring good in a win? I don't recall Calderwood having a good wrestling defense. She could score well, takedowns and control time. I think that's going to be a decent part of her game. Given her price, though, there could be other couple of top price spots that get quick finishes or something like that will that might keep Santos out of any major money. Yanez, if he gets a KO. Soriano, maybe. I think he gets the first round knockout as well. Again, Pinheiro, if she gets the first round finish. So those are my main concerns. But yeah, I think Santos, I feel like she should score good enough tonight. Ty Drucken, so many great dogs on this card. Yeah, that's why I don't feel confident enough in her locker than I played tonight. Joshua Shelton, how do you feel about Cody? I know you and Clint were not on the same page about it a couple of days ago. Cody Durden. Yeah, I still like Durden, man. I do think he'll have the wrestling success, get the fight to the ground when he needs to, and possibly get Orichi lying out of there by round 2. DXJC, thoughts on over 1.5 and Grant Yanez? I think it's the safest total spot on the card, especially after seeing how slow Yanez started out last time. That I have some weird thoughts regarding the Yanez and Costa fight because Costa is such a unique fighter in a sense that like he's technically speaking, he's a decent striker. He moves well. He covers range well. He's long and lanky, and that jab was just touching up Giannis last time around. And I think that's what caused him to have a slow start. Um, I gotta say that Costa fight is a bit of an anomaly, right? Like I don't know if, excuse me, I don't know if Grant will have as much success touching him from the outside like Costa did. And if he doesn't, then maybe Giannis gets into his groove a little bit sooner, right? The main thing for me is the jab. That is what got Costa as much success as he did in that first round, and then he started to gas out around that 4 minute mark. Grant doesn't really have a jab. And again, if you guys listen to the stream last night with DeFranco, he's like, that's kind of why I like Grant here. His wide winging hooks will be good to kind of deal with that high guard of Giannis. He could be able to clip him just around the guard. So yeah, I don't know if that's a ballsy in terms of the safest total spot. I think that's a ballsy proclamation. But if you have the confidence in it, my brother, I know you've been around the game for a while now. So yeah, good luck with it if you got some money on that. I just don't feel as safe about it as you seem to be. Or someone, Becky, is there any Israeli fighter other than Natan Levy? He got to lift the flag and bring glory to Israel if he is alone, and he's being faded already. Sucks. There's no other Israeli fighters that come to mind other than those Ghazali guys in Bellator. Other than that, I'm not sure. Evan Crawl, appreciate you. I'm going to dabble on Garcia. Likely just seems like a good line for the situation. Kind of a buy low scenario again. Appreciate it. Go Tate. Yes, sir. Appreciate the love, Finn. You're my guy. Fade Mossad plants. Okay. Mr. Crypto is saying I need a 5 leg parlay. I'm thinking Tate, Giannis, Sabatini, Arichi Lang, and Kang. In terms of money lines, I'll give you the spots that I feel safest about 5. Again, safe is is very shaky on this card because it is a very shaky card in my opinion. But I like in terms of money line parlay, I like Tyler Santos, Adrian Yanez, Lupita Godinez, Sean Soriano, and the fifth one is going to be hella shaky. Maybe Cody Durden. And again, I know that goes against your Arichi Lang play, but good luck. Zero Bob saying anyone taking a shot on Grant? I'm not. I acknowledge he's live. I don't have a bet on Yanez here, which again lets you know that I'm giving Davy Grant his respect. Tony X, can Loma keep the fight standing? I think she could for a certain period of time, but Godinez won't be completely out of her element on the feet here. I know everybody's all in, all loving this Muay Thai striking style of Loma Lukbumi, but I think it's being a little bit over exaggerated at times. But I think eventually Godinez is going to land those takedowns. Jared, what do you think about Brady? KSO fight ends by submission. I could see that. Ends by submission or decision. Those are the two spots. I think somebody showed that FanDuel or DraftKings has a prop there where you can bet that. You can bet either ends by submission or decision. I like that. I do like that. Nathan is saying Rafa is going to run through Levy. Maybe. Again, I have a bet on Rafa. What are the chances Yaya submits Kang? Because I don't think he'll be able to hold him down enough to win a decision. I took a decent play on Kang. Yaya could submit Kang, man. Yaya is a legit guy on the ground. Kang has shown in the past that he has solid submission defense. But again, he's never fought a high-level BJJ guy like Yaya. So if you want to hedge, maybe that would be the way to go about it. Nathan is saying Levy is okay at everything. Nothing I see from him show he's going to beat Rafa. I agree. All right, I'm going to take a couple of these last questions here, and then I'll give you guys the totals parlay, and then I'm going to get out of here. My guy Ursula Wambek, he's saying James Krause said Brady has a deep half guard, half get up system that he uses every time he is on the mat, and then sees that he can't use that technique against Chiesa. Interesting. That's why I love me some James Krause. Ali Hamoud saying Santos is the biggest lock tonight. I hope she comes through. Socrates, appreciate you stopping by. New camera lighting you're going, but no, I'm slowly figuring out the lighting. You know what it is? My laptop, when I have it on high fucking brightness, it gives me this look. And I've been kind of dimming it so it doesn't make my face look so goddamn bright. But yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, Ty Drucken saying, I think people are going to get burned by the TKO prop on Giannis. That's my concern, right? That is my concern. That's like, I don't have a legitimate read on how Giannis is going to get it done, decision or KO. That's why I'm staying off of it. I apologize if I skip out on a couple questions here. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of the chat so that I can address anything that I feel I haven't addressed yet, and then give you guys the totals parlay. Shout out to the 100 live viewers that we currently have as well. Y'all continue to show the support on the Fight Day live chat, and I truly appreciate it. I know there's a ton of other live shows on Fight Day, but I truly do appreciate you guys hanging with your boy. If you guys haven't already, hit that like. Shows gets the show more out there, and we can try to continue to grow this community. All right. All right. Appreciate everybody dropping the questions. Let me give you guys the totals parlay right now. Get them pens and papers out. We about to do some totals. All right. Again, the number one prop that would have been on, or total that would have been on this, was the CM and McKinney under 2.5, but that is no more. So let's see what we can get going here. I will go with the under 2.5 in the Hughes and Pinheiro fight. Ballsy spot, but if Pinheiro gets done, it's going to happen early. And if Pinheiro has as bad of a gas tank as I think she does, I think Sam Hughes could overwhelm her late in this fight and get her out of there. We are also going to go with the under 2.5 in the Soriano and Nurdenbieka fight. Nurdenbecki. I think that's how you go about it. What else? I think we go over 2.5 in Lutz and Sabatini. Over 2.5 in Wood and Santos. Under 4.5 in Tate and Vieira. So let me go through that one more time. Hughes Pinheiro under 2.5. Soriano and Shailan under 2.5. Fuck it, let's go Godinez and Luke Boonmi over 2.5. Excuse me. Lutz Sabatini over 2.5. Wood Santos over 2.5. You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna throw in Kang and Yaya over 2.5 as well. I'm gonna take out the Lutz and Sabatini over 2.5. Okay, I'll go through it one final time. This is what the totals parlay is. We are going Kang Yaya. Oh, sorry. Kang Yaya over 2.5. Godinez Luke Boonmi over 2.5. Tate Vieira under 4.5. Calderwood Santos over 2.5. Shailan Soriano under 2.5. And Hughes Pinheiro under 2.5. I will go ahead and throw $50 on that. $50 to win 1,500. Not too bad. Not too bad. There you go. All right. All right. Appreciate you guys checking out the stream. I won't be watching the fights live today. I'm actually going to be going out to watch a regional show out here in Ontario. So I'll likely be catching up on the fights super late tonight. I'm hoping that I can keep my social media blackout while I'm at the fights and not get any of the results spoiled for me. that'll be a tough task at an MMA event. I'm sure there'll be people around me talking shit about or just talking about the results of some of these fights. But yeah, really looking forward to the fights tonight. Going to get baked as fuck and roll through with my boys. Yes, Anthony C. I will be at BTC tonight. It's in St. Catharines, which is like an hour away from me. So we're gonna head out there probably around. I'm gonna get there probably around 4 or 5 o'clock. Really looking forward to it. I think fights kick off at 6. Yeah, Cope's Corner saying people will spoil it on Twitter fast. That's true. So yeah, I'll do my best to stay away from the results because there's nothing I hate more than spoilers. But again, you're at a fucking MMA show. We'll see how it goes down. Anthony C saying I live in Niagara Falls, bro. Go. Fucking Sarah Coffin's fighting. Live MMA is always fun to watch, no matter if it's low level or not. If you're there live, it's worth watching. If you still have a free evening, I highly suggest that you go and hit it, brother. McKinney fight is canceled. Yes, it is. All right. Appreciate you guys checking it out. Good luck on your bets tonight, and I'll see you guys not next week. Next week is an off week for the UFC. I'll be back the week after that, hopefully with that Monday drop for that MMA Lockcast. So I appreciate you guys checking you out. Yes, the McKinney fight is canceled. Yeah, Nathan, people are just hopping in last minute. Cut them some slack. All right. Appreciate you guys checking out the stream. Hit that like on the way out. And I'll see you guys in 2 weeks for the, I believe it's Aldo and Font card. Good luck and peace out.